Davies from the Agency on Aging.
Good morning. I'm Carol Davies. I'm the administrator of the Area Agency on Aging. With me today is Ann Devine, our deputy administrator, and Dorrene Kline, who is our fiscal officer. We're here today to present two items for the commissioner's review and approval. The first are some contract amendments, or actually just one contract amendment for the fiscal year that ends June 30th. And it's actually just one small contract with an increase totaling $32. And we do have funds available within our budget for the current year to pay for this expense.
Okay.
Make a motion to approve the contract amendment.
Second.
Okay, that's one I think we can all agree easily on.
We'll split it, Bob.
You betcha. All right, that being said, any further discussion? Anything? Nope. All in favor of the motion for this contract amendment, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. So moved.
Thank you. I'd like to start with an easy one. The second item we have for approval today are our contracts for the new fiscal year that begins July 1st. So these are contracts for the fiscal year 2021-2022. There are 35 contracts listed. The total value is $1,136,260. There are no significant changes in the types or array of services we are providing since the prior fiscal year. And most of the contracts are continued at the same rate per unit as they were in this current year. And that's because we generally are not able to make increases in the rates until we get a message from the Department of Aging, which we usually receive sometime after the beginning of the fiscal year, that would allow for cost of living increases in the contracts. Related to the contracts, we also present our budget for the 2021-2022 fiscal year. And in the budget, we have total revenues and expenses of $4,105,198. This is just basically a 1% increase over the prior year. There are just a few items I'd like to mention regarding our revenues. Number one is that the Department of Aging was required to change their interstate funding formula, which is the formula they use to allocate federal funds to all the area agencies on aging in Pennsylvania. And based on the new formula, which is based on population data, including number of older adults in poverty, living in rural situations, or in minorities. So we have slightly increased the amount of funds we'll receive under that formula. And because of the impact that funding formula has on some other area agencies on aging, the additional funds we are going to receive are going to be phased in gradually over a number of years. We will have a total increase over time of $100,000, but for this year, the increase is just over $20,000. We also benefit in our budget this year from some money directly related to the COVID emergency situation.
Okay. And point number 6 is that you're not requesting any additional county.
Oh, yes, I should say that, definitely.
Okay. If seeking a motion to approve.
I just have a couple of questions for Carol first.
Well, let's get the motion on the floor, please. And then we can have discussion.
All right, I'll make the motion to approve Carol's request since there's no increase, but I do have questions.
I'll second the motion.
All right, now it's the proper time for discussion, so let's proceed with that.
Carol, you mentioned a waiting list. What kind of waiting list do you expect in item D for personal care?
We do have a number of people who we have determined would benefit from receiving in-home personal care. And because of the employment situation across the state, not just here in the county, our providers are not always able to provide the services that we request them to provide because they cannot find sufficient staff to provide the services. So in accordance with Department of Aging policy, we are going to move to establish a formal waiting list. Right now, people are waiting kind of informally, but we do want to be able to formally document that fact that these people are waiting for services. If you remember, a number of years ago, we had a waiting list because we were short of funds. In this case, it isn't because we don't have the funds to pay for the service. It's because the providers are unable to provide the services when we request them.
Okay, but you don't have any idea what that might look like, 10 or 100?
Right now we have, Anne, can you help me? Maybe 60 people receiving service? She's on, you're on mute, there you go.
Receiving service or on the wait list?
Do you know either?
Hold on one second.
What is Commissioner Litz's question?
She's trying to determine how many people are impacted by the
I
waiting
mean, is
list.
she asking for the waiting list that versus being served now, I think is what.
Well, that would be, both of them would be interesting to know, though.
If you don't have them, Anne, I can send them over when we
That would
get
be
them.
fine.
Okay.
And then the second question is, what 2 adult daycares closed? Does that add to the list at all?
There were 2 adult daycares that closed. One is located out of the county, but there were times when we did send people there. The other adult daycare that closed was the Avenues location that was located at Londonderry Village in Palmyra. And Avenues did cease operation of that adult daycare in September of last year.
All right, thank you for the update.
Sure. Anne, did you come up with your numbers?
I did. So Ellen,
Great.
we had about between 50 and 60 people currently receiving personal care. And as of the end of May, there was about 23 people waiting for service.
Okay, so it can be a significant wait. And we do have the ARP funds to supplement for 3 years, the way it reads.
That's correct. We have not received real specific guidance as to what exactly we may use the American Rescue Plan funding for, but we do know that that's available to us over 3 years.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay. Any further discussion or questions? If not, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. So moved.
Okay, thank you very much.
Anything else? Thank you,
Thank you,
folks.
Carol.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.